Hey guys, welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. My name is Melanie. Welcome to my home in the sunshiny state of Florida. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry if I seem super rushed, but I got to get out the door in about 20 minutes and I have not sat down and done any of my Bible study, done any of my prayer list, and any of my list of gratitude. So I'm going to get down and do that. I haven't even finished my coffee, and yes, I wake up naturally like this, except for yesterday. Yesterday I did not. Yesterday I was overtired. I can be Mrs. Grumpy Pants when I don't get enough sleep. But for the most part, I wake up in this mood every day, right? I really don't like to do a lot of things before coffee, but I can do things before coffee. And I am quite annoying in the morning because I am so, it's a new day. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I am one of those morning people. All right, guys. So I got some stuff going back here in the crock pot to make my life a little easier for the next few days. I'll talk to you about that in the next segment. Let me get to my Bible. Let me get to my prayer journal. Let me get to my scripture and reading. Spend a little time with my Jesus. And I will see you at the next segment. Today's hair day, guys. Today I'm going to get my hair done. Yes. All right, guys. I had an entire bag of stew meat. Probably 3 pounds of stew meat in the freezer. And I am wanting to make room in my freezer for other things. So I decided to make my life easier today. I would do a little bit of meal prep. I have put on slow cook 3 pounds of stew meat, and I have seasoned them with simple ingredients. I've done 2 cups of Tuscany chicken broth because this has marjoram, thyme, and oregano in it. It actually is very good. It's by Progresso. It's my favorite chicken broth, standalone chicken broth. I added paprika, some black pepper, granulated onion. I added some parsley flakes, some Himalayan salt, and basil. I'm just going to let that cook down for about 8 hours. By the time I get done at the beauty shop, this should be done cooking. I'm going to add some fresh veg and then just keep it on low for a couple of hours. I don't know that my husband's going to want any soup, but I am definitely going to want some soup, and it'll be a nice lunch prep for me this week. So I'll show you when it's done. All right, guys, I apologize about the lighting, but oh yeah, that sun is super bright this morning. Anyway, Toby is dropped off, so that's one thing off my list. The only other thing that has to do with Toby is contacting my husband when they tell me he's ready, but it's probably going to be a couple of hours because they have a lot of cut to do. They got to bathe him. I told them he's having surgery, get him super short, super hygienic. So Toby can be a handful, and that might take a while. All right, so I've decided since I passed Publix on my way home, I'm going to run in. I'm going to grab some essential things. That way I can put off grocery shopping for actually a few more days if I need to. So I'm going in there. The idea is to set a timer and give myself about 30 minutes to get through the store. That allows me enough time management so that I can go home and get the garbage out before I do my hair appointment without stressing myself out. So basically, I'm giving myself some time at the grocery store. I'm giving myself time to get home. I'm getting myself time to get the groceries put away, getting myself time to get the garbage to the road, and I have 2 hours from right now, from this moment. From this moment, life has begun. All right, so that was a moment with Shania Twain. Anyway, so from this moment now, I have 2 hours before I have to get my hair done. So let's get rolling and see how much we can do. If I'm running behind at the grocery store, I will cut my losses and go and continue on as planned. So no big grocery shopping, just a few things. All right, guys, I got a big ticket item crossed right off my list for the week. It was unplanned, unexpected, but it was an essential task. 41 minutes. I am leaving Publix, 41 minutes. So now I have roughly 45 minutes to get home, unload my car, and then get to the hair salon. All right, guys, just a trim. Miss Kelly cleaned up all of the edges, made it really nice. Took off some weight off the top here so I can get some body and volume. We're going to let this grow out and get a little fuller, even though I'm going to go through a transition of about 4 weeks where it's going to flip on top of my glasses. I'm going to have this little flippy curly Q thing, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all about the end game. It is the end game that matters. And Kelly's great. If I showed up at her salon tomorrow and said, Kelly, this is driving me crazy, please cut it, she would fit me in. So I'm not really panicked about it. We are going to slowly transition to silver. I am going to slowly, my hair now back here, you cannot tell, but my hair is probably 30% gray already. We're just, and it's really gray in the front. So we're just going to kind of slowly start transitioning to a silver. I just didn't want to go from really dark to like, bam, in your face white. We're going to slowly get there. I'm not in a hurry. So the next time I go to get foils, which will be the first week of December, she's going to do some ash in here. She's going to do some silver, and we're just going to take the transition over time. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool. I'm excited. It is 11:30. I'm starving to death, so let me get in there and make myself something to eat, and of course, I'll show you everything I'm eating. All right, guys, this is my first meal of the day. I made myself just a basic lunch meat salad. I've got ham, turkey, pepperoni, 1 piece of Munster cheese on there. I have some good fish. These are just the sea salt salmon skins and 2 hard-boiled eggs. That'll be my first meal of the day. All right, guys, this is my soup base. I'm getting ready to pull some of these large chunks of fat out of here. That is a whole onion, by the way, because onions tend to be higher in carbohydrates. When I do a soup or I do a soup base, I will chunk an onion in huge chunks so that I can easily strain it out with a spoon. That's also why I use larger cuts of carrot. All right, guys, so you can see that I've emptied this. I have left a lot of the veg in here, and I'll explain why. All right, guys, there it is in my food saver. You can see that I have the food saver with the attachment. This was the best gift anyone ever has bought me. I have been using this diligently for 5 years. I use it every time I go to the grocery store. It has saved me so much money in meats that are too big portioned, so I'm able to portion it before I freeze it, making for less waste, keeping from freezer burn. I can keep soups and stuff like this in the refrigerator for a long time. So I'm not an affiliate. I make no money. Food Saver Company does not even know I'm alive that I'm aware of, so I'm not getting any kind of kickback, guys. I truly bring you the products that I love, right? So here we have this food saver container. This is 3 quarts of this stewed meat, and you can see I'm not trying to hide nothing. I'm not scared of carrots, but I'll explain how that fits into my Dr. Westman plan. So here is my container of soup. So basically this is a prescription strength keto. I keep this list on my refrigerator at all times. But for times like this where I might be consuming 4 or 5 little carrot chips, I will just go ahead and make the exchange. Even though carrots are not on this list anywhere, I'm going to give up this 1 cup of non-starchy vegetables on days that I'm having this. And the reason I'm doing that is because this 1 cup is estimated at 5 to 10 grams. And if you can see over here, the reason why this list is so important is because it gives you an idea of what the carbohydrate content is of the categories over here, right? So of course, 0 carb food, 0 carb snacks and drinks, 0 carbs. Low carb foods, limit amount. This is 1 carb. Typically these foods have 1 or 2 carbs a piece. Then you have your leafy greens, which are about 2 grams of carbs per serving. And then you have your non-starchy vegetables, which are 5 to 10 grams. Carrots are actually considered a starchy vegetable. But because I know that I'm only having about a small carrot, I know I'm only looking at 3 to 5 grams of carbs. So I'm just gonna, on days that I have this stew, I'm going to replace, I'm not going to eat anything from this category, and I'm just going to substitute it with any of the carrots, celery, and onions I'm getting with my soup. Of course, that will allow me to have any of the lettuces or green leafy vegetables. So I'll still be able to have vegetables for the day. I'm just doing a little bit of substituting. It's not rocket science, guys. It's just being reasonable. All right, guys, I just finished this, and when I say finish, I mean cleaned up the edges of this beautiful, I'm calling this particular design and color calico cat, because if you've ever seen a calico cat, they are all of these colors and then some. I did a different swirling and inking technique on each one of these coasters that fit in this cute coaster holder. I love that. I love that so much. And the reason that these came out the way that they did was because I have a client that has requested I attempt a certain look for them. And in the process of trying to create this certain look, I am practicing with some ink, new materials, and of course, technique. Using some of the same inks and some of the same techniques, I created this koi fish. Now I want you to look beyond the glitter at the technique I used where the resin sat, the colored resin sat on top of the clear, right? You can see there's clear at the bottom and clear at the top. I just wanted to see what these techniques look like in different applications. So this koi fish was my beautiful sample, and I'm not crazy about the glitter on top, but I want to do some of these koi fish with that technique using these colors, because I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I just won't use the glitter next time. But you know, that's how you learn. That's how you learn. And because nothing goes to waste in my resin studio, you can see I did these beautiful calico earrings using the same design techniques and the same color of resin, giving them all a very beautiful look. This one came out looking like fire, guys. Look at it, looks like smoke traveling up through the red. I think that's absolutely beautiful. But anyway, I have to assemble these 3 pair of earrings and put them in my inventory. And next up is going to be finishing up Wendy and Harry's order. I want to make them something super special. And this is going to be a hedgehog, guys. This is going to be a hedgehog. And this is going to be a kitty cat with a little mouse. And they're snuggled up for a little nap. So I've already colored the mouse. I've already colored the kitty cat's eyes and nose, as you can see down there in the mold. And I've already pigmented all of the hedgehog. So I can't wait to see what these look like when they come out. All right, guys, I gotta just tell you, this was absolutely amazing and reminded me so much of my mom's homemade beef stew. It was fantastic. All right, guys, this is absolutely adorable, and I just want someone to share this with. My family is, really tired from working all day. I'm super excited. I painted this baby's face. This is my little resin hedgehog. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I think it came out spectacular. This is so stinking cute. All right, guys, praise Jesus. Another binge diverted. And that stew, that was so good. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just spectacular back there? My dogs think I see something. They're like, oh, all on high alert. Anyway, the stew was amazing. And I'm glad I did it, because now that's one less thing I have to worry about tomorrow, right? Now, unless Elizabeth eats it all, I have lunch for the next couple of days. So that's going to be just perfect. Anyway, I'm going to go help hubby work on the pole barn. We have about 3 hours, 4 hours before we typically go to bed. And so I'm going to call today a success. I'm going to call today a success. I did not let myself get overwhelmed. There were times that it felt overwhelming. I stayed in prayer. I stayed focused. I stayed hyper vigilant on any type of eating behaviors. I quickly changed focus. So anytime I felt like going to the fridge, I changed focus. Anytime I felt like snacking, I changed focus. You know what I'm saying? And I feel so empowered that I have now made it through another day where just a year ago, this day would have been a failure, and I would have been like, I don't know why I binged. But I know why now. I know that my obsessive compulsive, I know that my list making is part of my sickness. And I know that I do it to set myself up, right? And now that I know that's why I do that behavior, I can then do something different. But I can tell you what I also haven't done in the past, and that's surrender. I've not surrendered. So, praise Jesus for that, right? I'm so glad he's my best friend. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go help my hubby. Me and the dogs have just finished the walk, and look at how steep my yard is. So yeah, it's equivalent to walking one flight of stairs. That's why I'm out of breath. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another daily vlog. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.